her mantra on opening night, what she said was she wanted a small, home-like cottage hotel to give her guests privacy, quiet, and sunshine. And it's amazing how those three, that kind of becomes a mandate that's very useful to us today.
That opening night was December 18th, 1930. The Her was current owner Will Conroy's great-grandmother, Isabella Greenway, Arizona's first ever congresswoman and a bridesmaid at Eleanor and Franklin D. Roosevelt's wedding. Greenway was a visionary. In the 1920s, she started a successful business, the Arizona Hut, that employed World War I veterans to build furniture.
And it was doing very well. And then came the crash in 1929, and orders dried up very quickly. And she very quickly made a decision to start a hotel in order to sort of create her own market for the furniture.
With the Great Depression underway, Greenway opened the Arizona Inn in the small town of Tucson, population 32,000, and it's been a thriving destination resort ever since. A tour shows the preserved history with modern amenities. First stop, the library.
I love the library, and actually Isabella's idea was that the hotel would be sort of home-like. So whereas I agree it is kind of grand, it also seems very accessible to me. I mean, it's not imposing or it's welcoming.
There are examples of the furniture that was built to keep the business of building things going. They put it here in the hotel.
That's right. And in the library, there's some good examples. A couple of couches that I really love that are just so heavy and comfortable and beautiful looking. Throughout the hotel, there's a lot of the original Arizona Hut furniture, all the dining room chairs, which have lasted for 87 years. And actually, it's kind of moving to me. We've just gotten to the point where we can no longer repair them.
But the Arizona Inn has found a company in California to replicate the craftsmanship of the World War I vets and will soon be replacing chairs that are beyond repair. Next, the tour takes us into my favorite place.
Frank Lloyd Wright once paid it a compliment. He said it was the nicest room he'd seen west of the Mississippi. It was at a time when there were a lot less rooms west of the Mississippi, but we'll take it.
I have to ask you, why are the martinis here better than anywhere else in Tucson?
I don't know, you'd have to ask the bartender, but I happen to agree.
The Arizona Inn has always been discreet about the rich and famous who've stayed over the past 87 years, but Will has agreed to share a few with us.
Ones I'm most impressed with are Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn, and I guess they would come and book separate rooms even though they may have been an item at the time. So now I'm getting very indiscreet, but I think history has shown that was the case. And then we had Clark Gable, we had Gary Cooper.
Many Hollywood stars would visit the Arizona Inn, and you can still feel that early Hollywood vibe at the pool.
This was added actually in 1938, about 8 years after the most of the inn was built. This and the tennis courts, which are clay tennis courts. And so, yeah, it really has a lot of history.
And it's a nice place to visit for Tucsonans, and I can say it's one of my favorite places in all of Tucson.
Thank you.
Thank you for the tour, Will, and you are absolutely Arizona. Thank you.
Thank you very much.